An ally of the Rivers State Governor, Chief Uwazurike'S, Prince Emma Anyanwu, has blasted the leader of the Movement of Actualization of Sovereign State of Biafra, MASOB, Ralph Uwazurike, on his attack on Wike over his administration's demolition of 2 hotels in Rivers. Anyanwu, an elder statesman who is a chieftain of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, on Tuesday in an online statement asked the MASOB leader to leave Wike alone, thereby concentrating on his Biafra Republic's agitation and face off with the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, Nnamdi Kanu. Uwazurike, in a viral video called Wike Unprintable Names for supervising Sunday's demolition of Prudent Hotel, Alode, Eleme and Etemete Hotel, One, both in Eleme local government area of Rivers, for flouting his government's directives on the closure of hotels in the state to prevent spread of coronavirus disease COVID-19. The MASOB leader, who hails from Imo State, also threatened to mobilize his teaming supporters from within and outside the southeast zone to Port Harcourt and its environs to make Rivers ungovernable for Wike, thereby leading to the declaration of a state of emergency in the Niger Delta. Anyanwu, however, stated that the outburst of Uwazurike only brought back sad memories of the Nigerian Civil War between 1967 and 1970. He noted that the MASOB elder's outburst showed that he had no regard for Rivers governor, stressing that he spoke as if Rivers State was an appendage of an illusionary Biafra Republic, while stressing that many people had lost sense of history. The PDP chieftain declared that it was difficult to get the inhuman treatment from some overlords who acted the script of Biafra leaders during the 3-year civil war. He said the outburst of one Ralph Uwazurike is not only disturbing, but a sad reminder of the ill treatment some Igbo leaders meted out to the people of the old Port Harcourt province, when one of them was the commander of the Biafra 14th Division and another a brigade commander at Umuahia in the now Ngo Okpala local government area of Imo State. The people of Old Port Harcourt province, who acted as their hosts, were tagged as a saboteurs during the Civil War and ended up being dehumanized by the overlords. The creation of the Old River State on May 27, 1967 by the then head of state, General Yakubu Gowon, brought the state as a federating unit in Nigeria. It is therefore surprising that Uwazurike, who was earlier declared wanted and a fugitive, would come out to insult and challenge a man Rivers people cherish, our able son, Chief Uwazurike, for the good work he's doing for his people. Rivers people have since 1970 tried to ignore the past and are living in peace with our friends and neighbors of Igbo extraction. As an elder, I want to plead with the good people of Rivers State to ignore the action of Uwazurike, who is seeking attention and not acting on behalf of the Igbo during this trying period in our nation. Anyanwu also retweeted that the laws governing Rivers were product of the State House of Assembly and not those of Imo State, declaring that it was ridiculous for the MASOB leader to insult the performing governor of Rivers, who swore an oath to protect lives and property of residents of the state and whom he said had carried out the responsibility so well. Wike's ally also noted that with Rivers governor serving the interests of the Rivers people, no resident of the state would condemn his actions, especially on the protection of lives and property, the cardinal act of governance as enshrined in the 1999 Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria as amended. On the demolition of the 2 hotels in Eleme local government area, the elder statesman pointed out that persons who failed to obey the rules and laws of governance had faced punishment stipulated in the laws. He said last Sunday's demolition of the 2 hotels in Eleme local government area of Rivers State is an example of the actions and inactions of leadership. A leader is not what is sought if he does not defend and protect the laws of the land. What Governor Wike did was merely to protect and defend an existing laws, so the focus governor should not be blamed for serving his people very well. Demolition of the 2 hotels attracted condemnation across Nigeria. many prominent leaders, including the representative of Rivers Southeast Senatorial District between 2011 and 2019, Senator Magnus Abe, and a former Minister of Aviation, Chief Femi Fani-Kayode, describing Wike as a dictator who had been governing with impunity. The owner of Prudent Hotel, Alode Eleme, promised Gogoro Dari, an indigene of Rivers State, who spoke through the telephone from his Lagos base, also condemned the demolition of his hotel, which took him 7 years to build, while insisting that his hotel did not disobey Wike's total lockdown order and that he never asked PDP's youth leader in Eleme local government, Prince Will Osaruejeji, to attack members of the Rivers Task Force on COVID-19. So guys, I'm sure a lot of you saw that video that Uwazurike made, and the way he was boasting and all of that, that he would, he made some kind of a statement. Apart from the printed names he called Wike, one would have asked that. Of course, a lot of people condemn that action, which I'm indifferent in that, because I just believe that if I cherish my property, I cherish everything, I wouldn't want anybody to use me to shine. I would not want anybody to use me to shine. I will just keep to myself. I think that was where the problem started from in the first place. So let's even leave that. And a lot of people really condemn this. Of course, everybody is entitled to his or her opinion concerning that. And majority of the people, some of them are not even from the state. But I think Uwazurike took it far by saying, oh, he will mobilize his boy from Imo State to where? Or is it Abia? I don't know. Either of those two states. Imo Abia, that he will mobilize his boy, and he will cause problems so that they will declare it a state of emergency. Of course, no matter what, a lot of people, like I said, are really angry about what happened that very day. But you just have to be mature. You have to be careful with words that will be coming out from your mouth. Just like if police go to arrest you, they say, you better keep short, because whatever you say will be used against you in the court of law. So the best. So they will just warn you beforehand. So even in your anger, in your whatever, your action, you might not like it, but you just have to compose yourself. And he saw this and he just posted it out. And now this is bringing a lot of things. A lot of people are just trying to cool down with this Biafra and those who are going to be in Biafra and all of that. And there's been back and forth of, oh, we're going to join, we're not going to join. And a lot of things happened. For the fact that people do not want to come and be saying some things, a lot of things happen. I think maybe that's why they are even trying to eradicate history, not for people not to know what has happened, because maybe they believe that it will create more hatred. But that being said, so with all this now, is bringing a lot of memories, just like the man said. So everybody needs to be careful. Everybody really needs to be careful. But in my opinion, no matter how angry you are, some people will come on this channel, oh, call this one Jubri, call this one. No. You are entitled to your opinion. You can say whatever you want. It's everybody's opinion. We can come here to relate what people are saying. And we just have to be more objective. Not that you are going to pay telling somebody, do like this, do like this. You need to be careful with the words. See all the things that the man said. And he posted it. Well, everybody needs to be careful. The relationship between everyone around that place, they just have to maintain it. They just have to make it more cordial, because you cannot just leave your state and say, oh, you want to, because that statement alone is something else. But let's hear what Nigerians are saying concerning the response of this Wike's ally to Uwazurike, who is the leader of MASOB. Someone says here that attack RAF and not Biafra. Be careful with your utterances, Mr. Man. Biafra has nothing to do with your anger on RAF. RAF, please. Someone say, he's a loser. They told their youth fake stories about Igbos. Igbos are the most. Okay, they are beginning to insult themselves. Is it not a Sam Biafra RAF is fighting for? You people should caution him. Learn how not to insult or sitting governor. On the sitting governor, I don't know what this person is trying to talk about or bring out here. Ikore people are prodigal sons. They believe in selling land. Mugu, okay? Chief Ayamu, your response to Raf Uwazurike attack on Governor Raf Uwazurike attack on Governor Wike is welcome, but your reference to the events on the civil war that ended 50 years ago and joining Imo State to Uwazurike loud mouth is not in order. Uwazurike is an individual with nothing to uplift the image of Imo State and her people. He spoke for himself and his moribund organization, which have not foothold in Imo State. If Uwazurike want to fight my able governor, Wike, or people of River State, I will take permission from my great governor to stand out myself for Uwazurike, because no need for my great governor to spend his precious time on sure empty-handed man. Uwazurike is a betrayer. Ralph Uwazurike is a big fool for saying he will send some boys, which means he's a terrorist. That is why he sold out. Someone says, Uwazurike, take your threat to Igbo land. River State is not an Igbo state or Biafra. Be warned. Igbos are your neighbors and friend, not a brother. I like how you have shown your stupidity in the article and have made yourself an illiterate of history. As I said before, Wike is a man I love so much and we always do and support. This is a naive reaction. What cause for the events of the civil war in this matter? Honestly, Nwayanwu has hidden scores to settle with Igbo people. It is very advisable Igbo people should be careful of him. Everybody needs to be careful. That's just the way it is. You know, that is to tell you, you can imagine what people have been nursing in mind. It just takes little thing. They will spark. Little thing like this, they will spark. So guys, let us hear your opinion concerning this. People, leave your comment below and let's have your take.